As the door swung open, I could only see Forrest ahead before he tugged me along as he rounded the side of the cabin. Actually, the mushrooms in the forest ate the cat. Yeah. I punted the cat into next week. Almost immediately, my peripherals were assaulted with greens on both sides. I figured he was the type to grow his own vegetables, but to see it in person as confirmation was a whole different thing. With Mychael leading the way, I only had a moment to take in the surrounding garden. Hand holding. Wait a second, Mychael. This is a little too forward. We have to marry first. Wait, we're hand holding. Yes, we're holding hands. He grabbed our hand. Such a forward man. He had marked the different plots with messy drawings on small wooden signs jutting out of the dirt. Carrots, lettuce, potatoes, trellises of tomatoes and beans. I wouldn't have been able to differentiate one plant to another without the signs. They're committing premarital hand-holding. I call him the popo. Call the popo. I wouldn't have been able to differentiate one plant to another without the signs. Even the chamomile from our tea just now grew abundant close by, the small buds swaying gently. I bumped into Mychael as he suddenly stopped. The man looking over his shoulder to beam at me. We reached what looked like a fenced-off area with a bit of netting stretching all around. He stepped aside, watching me as my eyes widened. Ugh. Mm. Chickies. The popo, what are you British? He's a farm boy alert. He a farm boy. He is. Oh my god, he's got chickens. That's so cute. Now all he needs are a couple of bunnies. 3 fat, happy little hens strutted about like they owned the place. As he entered through the gate, the hens swarmed over in an instant at Mychael's feet, circling him and pecking at his boots. Ladies, meet Luney. Luney, these are Marwar, Sansuyu, and Primrose. Or as I like to call them, Marmar, Sunny, and Rosie. He ducked to pick one up, fluffing up her feathers as he smiled. He gently scratched the hen's little head, which I assumed was Rosie. She practically melted at his pampering, eyes sliding shut. God, I wish that were me. He's holding the chickie. I know. Oh, so cute. The other two flapped their wings in a huff and went about their business once more. Mychael, jelly? Are they jelly? Well, so am I. Mychael leaned closer, beckoning me to pet Rosie. She was so soft. Rosie's the oldest. She doesn't lay eggs anymore, but I couldn't bring myself to, you know. So I brought her some friends. Oh, he's so pure. He's so pure, guys. Oh, I can't believe I killed him. You heard? Like you ate my Oreo. God, he's so pure. So I brought her some friends. Marmar came first. Sunny's a more recent addition. You're about to be my addiction. What? What do you think? What do you think? Do we make a good family? Stab him again. Fours. Behave yourself. I laughed and nodded, watching as Rosie nuzzled into Mychael's chest. I didn't expect chickens, of all things. Were you expecting something else? I was expecting it to be someone else. Boars, don't you dare. I will fight you. Yeah. Oh. No. When you look like me, people generally don't stick around. There's that negative self-talk again. You don't even look that bad. His eyes flicked to mine, a look of pleasant surprise crossing his face. You really think so? Yeah? You can't be that naive, Firefly. The hell does that mean? I mean it. He let out a polite scoff as he scratched Rosie's head absently. You genuinely believe people wouldn't run away at the sight of me? Well, I didn't. His smile turned smug, the corner of his lips lifting just a bit. Of course you didn't. Because you couldn't. Shoot. Oh yeah, we were paralyzed in the beginning. He wasn't wrong. I was pretty much paralyzed in his bed when we first met. But I still don't think you look that bad. Is that so? Hey, I only ran away from you in that one alternate universe. Okay, that didn't happen though. Not really. Is that so? Describe me then. What? You heard me. Look at me and describe what you see. For a second, I thought he was being condescending, but looking at his eyes, all I could see was a bit of playfulness. Cabadon. I need a Cabadon. Yes, Cabadon him. He looked at me expectantly, eyes shining. You're tall. Go on. You have blonde hair. Father of my children. Yes. If those children are the chickens. Absolutely. He gave an amused squint, his left ear twitching. What else? You have green skin and a tail. He chuckled, though there was no malice in it. But that's not all, is it? He definitely expected me to say it straight. Oh, fine. So you don't look human. So what? He hummed absently. As I was saying, animals generally don't care if you look like a monster. My heart twisted at his words. His passive nonchalance somehow makes it even worse. Mychael, you're not a tug at my shoelace caught my attention. They take after you, Mychael, interrupting me. A light brown hen stood at my feet, her beady eyes shining. Sunny flapped her wings almost expectantly. Aw, I think she likes you. Go ahead, pick her up, gently, like how I did with Rosie. I hesitated, but slowly lowered myself to cup Sunny by her wings. Lifting her up, she was quick to nestle herself until she was comfortably tucked under my arms. I could feel her wings wiggling as she nuzzled into my side. Oops, sorry. So cute. Michael's gaze softened as I cooed at the chicken, mimicking her small clucks. I love the chickens. Yeah, I love them too. They're cute. So, did it help? Cheering you up, I mean. Oh, so that's what this was. A fuzzy feeling bloomed in my chest as he looked at me, chicken in his arms and concern on his face. A little bit, yeah. Only a little? I snickered, rolling my eyes. Okay, mister, a lot. That's more like it. Precious. His broad grin was infectious. I couldn't help smiling back. We spent a bit more time with the hens, petting them until they were satisfied. Damn, can you imagine murdering this marshmallow? I wonder who would do that. I wonder too. Mychael even showed me the spot where they like to have their dust baths. Little chicken-shaped holes scattered about in the dry soil underneath the coop. Once the gals had enough of us, we refilled their water container before leaving. He left them some treats, procuring them straight out of his pockets before shutting the gate. The girls' excited chatter over the food faded as we made our way back inside his cabin. I sat by his bed as he crouched down by the fireplace. From the window, I could see the sun outside was getting higher. It might be close to afternoon now. Hey, Mychael? Hmm? He looked up at me from where he was stoking the fire. I rubbed my arms, unsure where to place my gaze. I think it's a good time for me to go now. I didn't. My expression fell, but I caught myself quickly. He's done his best to cheer me up. It'll be inconsiderate towards him to leave in a bad mood. I I might have to accept that I'll never see Oreo again. I think it's better if I focus on moving on. He was quiet for a moment, hands in his pockets. If you say so. But you don't have to leave just yet. We've still got plenty of daylight left, and there's some places I want to show you. Won't you come with me? I had to decide. Wait, what? Excuse you, sir? I promise I'll take you home right after. He took another step towards me. Please, Firefly? I didn't want to say it, but he looked desperate. Okay, okay. I'll go with you. Oh, Riz. I don't know if that's nearly necessarily considered Riz, but it's certainly something. The joy on his face was shining bright as a billboard. Great. Let me get our stuff. He disappeared into the kitchen, returning with my backpack in one hand and a satchel in the other. Fours! Out. Someone time out. Fours. Snow. For the time him out for 30 seconds. He passed it to me as he walked by towards the front door. Oh, I almost forgot I had this. Rifling through my bag, I found cat treats, Oreo's collar, a broken compass, and my phone. The battery was dead, though. Still, that's one less thing to worry about. Go away, stay away from the mushroom poopy boy. I checked through my bag once more, finding an empty water bottle. I frowned, distinctly remembering I forgot to pack water for my trip. Or at least, Mychael told me I did. Yeah, I knew it. See, I knew it. Okay, that's a cute phone charm. Yes, it is. Didn't I? You ready? Ah, wait a second. I looked up at Mychael, startling when I spotted the large crossbow in his hands. Yeah, what? He followed my gaze and shrugged, albeit with a nervous smile, like he'd been caught doing something he shouldn't be. He quickly strapped the weapon to his back and out of sight. Don't worry, I'm not going to use it unless necessary. I would hope not. He chuckled at my indignant tone. You think I'm going to let you out into the woods without guaranteeing me your safety? What? I made a promise to get you home, so this is just an extra precaution. You don't think it's a bit much? Better safe than sorry, Firefly. He did have a point. Freudian slip. Yep. If anyone knew these woods and the kind of danger it held, it'd be Mychael. I glanced over him again, noticing he changed his oversized cardigan for something more outdoor appropriate. His eyes tracked mine, his shoulders stiffening as a tint spread across his face. So, Mychael, the big protector, swoons. Yes. Shall we? He opened the door and waved me out. I stepped outside to glance around his front yard. The landscape wasn't anything special. It was actually left quite plain, just thick with Yeah, just thick with trees and foliage. His only paths of dirt and flattened grass clued me in the routes Mychael would use as he comes and goes, webbing in all directions, trailing to the front door. You have a problem. Well, what's your problem, Bobby? Share with the class. Come to think of it, anyone passing through would be able to spot Mychael's house if they squinted through the trees carefully enough. I guess he was right that nobody's walked through this area in years. I heard a lock turn before Mychael joined me by my side. He smiled wide before tipping his head in a direction, making sure I was behind him before we started walking. Simping for fictional men too hard. Oh, what? Is that really a problem? Well, I mean, besides the fact that they're fictional and you can't actually have them, but it's fine. I was hesitant but followed suit. It was quiet as we traveled, save for the sounds of nature calling out around us. The weather was bright and warm, the sun casting pretty rays through the gaps in the trees. I had to admit, enjoyable as it was, the bird calls and rustling of leaves as we walked somewhat brought bad memories. Yesterday was miserable. I was lost, tired, and hungry. There was a chance I wasn't going to make it out alive. I watched Mychael's back as he led the way, the man barely paying any mind to his surroundings. It's not, but I keep falling for the problematic ones. Me too, Poppy, me too. It's okay. We can deal with this affliction together. His ear would occasionally flick back in my direction, but overall he seemed confident on where to go. Having Mychael as my guide home was definitely a great assurance. It made me even more grateful he found me when he did. I sighed and shook off the negative feelings, keeping pace while appreciating the fresh air. I stepped up next to my companion, willing my voice to speak after plenty of silence. This is actually kind of nice. Nice little brother, for real, for real. Yes. Hmm. Um, a good old nature walk. I coughed into my fist, feeling embarrassed. I don't go outside as often as I should. Mychael smiled kindly. I'm glad I get to bring you then. Yeah, feels different when you know where you're going. Actually, where are we going? He sensed my nervousness and laughed. Also, water. Okay. Well, again, I'm too lazy to go grab water right now, so I'll just drink my tea. He sensed my nervousness and laughed. Don't worry. We're almost there. I looked up and saw it before he even pointed it out. A clearing in the distance, the trees growing strangely sparse in that area. Iced tea equals water, duh. Obviously. I held my breath as I noticed the grass slowly start to dot, with flowers' delicate blooms swaying here and there in the breeze. As we got closer, Mychael watched me as my mouth dropped open, a knowing twinkle in his eyes. It was breathtaking. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. A secluded little meadow of flowers lit up by beams of light, making the scenery resemble a page from a forgotten fairy tale. Butterflies flitted about in pairs, their wings flickering and complementing the surreal yet enchanting ambience of the whole place. Mychael let me gawk some more before walking ahead, turning to face me before sitting down to relax on the grass. And that's how I met your father, kids. Oh. He slipped off his satchel and laid it on the grass by his side along with his crossbow. I think I need more tea. I need water. I blinked out of my stupor and approached him, spinning around to drink everything in before plopping myself down next to him. So, what do you think? Pretty, isn't it? Oh. I nodded dumbly before finally glancing to face him, the man's gaze on me softening as our eyes met. A butterfly approached us rapidly, making me flinch on instinct. It landed on his finger as he held it out, its wings flapping gently. He smiled at the dainty creature, a fond look in his eyes before he held it out towards me. Do you like butterflies, Luney? Oh, yeah, I love butterflies. They're cute, they're pretty. Sir, I need you to sign on this random paper. Yeah, don't mind what it says. It's okay. I love butterflies. I do. I think they're so pretty. This is this is amazing, Mychael. His usual prideful smirk was absent, replaced instead with a shy smile. I'm glad you like it. What? It reads marriage certificate. Oh, that's odd. Sign it. Yes. The sun was at its peak now, the air getting warmer as minutes passed. The leafy canopy over us provided enough cover for us to not overheat. Mychael picked a flower with his other hand and placed it in my palm, his tail looping loosely around us both as my cheeks darkened. What the? Is this man purring? He is a cat. I knew it. He closed his eyes and leaned back further, the butterfly still resting on his hands. Sorry, my ears caught a soft rumbling before I realized it was coming from his direction. Ah, I knew it. I almost wanted to ask, but I didn't want to ruin the moment. Yeah, I mean, he did eat. Oh no, it's Oreo inside his tummy. My gaze dropped as I twirled the flower in my hand, holding the stem delicately. The gesture felt platonic, but also romantic. I wonder if Mychael was even interested in relationships. He'd been alone most of his life. He'd probably get tired of my presence sooner or later. Before I could contemplate further, the butterfly on Mychael's finger took off, my gaze trailing after it as it left the sunlight and flew away into the woods. I love him. Which reminds me, Mychael, hmm? Don't get me wrong. This place is stunning, but is it okay if we go now? Okay, Marquise. He straightened from his relaxed slouch. Why? We just got here. I chewed on my lip, hesitating. I love it here. I do. But I want to go home, Mychael. Mychael studied my face. Looney, do you want to leave me that badly? What? No. I just. I need time to recover from losing Oreo. I know it's silly and dramatic, but knowing she won't be there when I get home. I trailed off, another shot of guilt and regret filling my chest. I just need to get it done with. No, Mychael, you can come home with me. Yes, exactly. You can come home with me. It's all right. I'll keep you. I'll keep you in my basement. Reverse yandere. I just need to get it done with. I feel a hand rubbing my back. Mychael nodded slowly, looking me in the eyes. His smile was gentle. That's okay. I understand. But maybe this place can help with that. It's a nice spot to nap in, isn't it? I picked it out just for you. Why don't you go ahead and lie down? His words made you sway, a sudden bout of sleepiness weighing heavy over your eyelids. He was right. It is a nice spot to nap in. Why were you in such a hurry? You yawned, laying back to stretch on the grass. The warmth from the ground seeped through your clothes, lulling you into a sense of comfort and safety. Oh, God, I love that. Do you ever just like lay down in a patch of grass on like a warm day and it's just like the grass is warm and you're like, this is my bed now? Lulling you into a sense of comfort and safety. There you go. Just spend some time with me. Just a bit more. I prefer cold marble floor in the summer, but yes. Well, I guess maybe not in the summer. I don't know. Like on a summer or spring day. Especially when there's like a light breeze. Please. Oh, here's something else I could show you. He reached into his satchel and pulled out a wooden box. It's called a kalimba. Oh. I blinked slowly, clarity coming back as I shook my head to pay attention. The box fit neatly in his hands, Mychael holding it as if he were typing on the phone. I'm a vampire, essentially, so yeah, no, I hate sunlight. Yeah, I mean, I don't get a lot of sunlight myself nowadays, but when I was younger, when I was a kid, uh, I could see it had a hole in the middle with thin thin strips of metal arranged in a triangular shape over it. Wait, so is Mychael still mind controlling you at this point? Uh, he's he's influencing our mind, but I don't think he's straight up like controlling it. When I was your age. When I was your age. What does it do? A proud smirk spread across his face. I'll show you. This is lovely. This is why I call you guys fossils. Hey. Okay, I'm pretty old, but he can play an instrument too. I know. Yeah, how old are you, puppy? He began to pluck at the metallic prongs, a gentle ringing sound resonating with every flick of his thumbs. I couldn't recognize the song. He might have made it up himself. I closed my eyes, enjoying the tune. I don't want to answer. Oh, okay. Okay, so no. Well, that totally don't know. So she could be, but anyway, I closed my eyes, enjoying the tune. Mychael gave a soft chuckle as he kept playing. Relax and listen as long as you'd like, Firefly. A few minutes passed by with Mychael plucking away at the instrument, the two of us sunbathing like two cats on a Sunday afternoon. I must have dozed as the next thing I knew, I felt a nudge on my shoulder. Uh, what your age is you Discord by? Oh, Evenin said it on his. You have. God. Sorry, I have bird brain. And I'm a fossil, so my memory isn't all that great. Those are my excuses. Complete. You chuckled low when I refused to open my eyes. I mean, if you'd rather stay. My eyes shot open, my whole body jerking to sit up. Mychael glanced at me, kalimba in his lap and a half forget-me-not chain in his hands. What? I shook my head, slapping at my cheeks. I can't believe I fell asleep. I just, I need to, it's all right. He cut me off. His sigh was heavy. I was hoping. Never mind. Too bad. Poppy, you know how it is. He patted my shoulder, though his smile didn't reach his eyes. Thanks for being here with me. Maybe we can do this again sometime. If I ever see you again. Let's get you home. Oh, okay, so 12. Oh, come on. All right, Pearl. Come on now. He rolled over to his feet and stood up, brushing off dirt and fixing his satchel. Come on. We gathered our things and set off into the unknown once more. Well, unknown to me, at least. Mychael seemed to have a map of this place ingrained in his brain. You seem a bit sleepy, so let's freshen up, okay? I'm only 133% of your age. Yeah, no, I arguing this. We walked a bit further away from the clearing, coming across a river. Compared to the rest of the path we walked, the area was shaded considerably with the thick canopy of leaves over us. The flowing water looked inviting as I kneeled down by the bank, Mychael idling close by. I dipped my hands in, eager to wash my face. The water was refreshing and cooled my heated skin in the afternoon sun. I pulled my hands back to see Mychael peeking over my shoulder into my reflection, smiling with a faraway look on his face. Oh, he started, startled as our gazes met, irises darting away to look at himself instead. Immediately, his expression darkened, or changed. His ears flattened, a grimace twisting his features as his lips curled back. I'd never seen such contempt in his eyes as I did then, staring at his own visage. Wait, so are you saying you're 16 or are you saying you're 24? Oh. I don't think that. Anyway, he stepped away, retreating underneath the cover of a tree to lean against it with crossed arms. He doesn't notice me watching. I patted my hands dry on my shirt and approached him. You ready? Okay, so mine, gotcha. Yeah, you got me. You ready? Yeah. I stopped him before he could turn to leave. He looked at me with a questioning look, tipping his head. I hesitated. I wasn't the type to speak my mind directly. Most of the time, I'd keep things to myself and let things go by. But nobody should look at themselves and have that sort of reaction. Hey. Hey, you know you're not, don't forget to get your nappy change, buddy. I might as well be frank. You're not a monster, Mychael. He looked taken aback. What makes you say that? I saw how you were looking at yourself, how you talk about yourself. None of it is true. I keep telling you, you're more than just your appearance. I don't know what compelled me to do it, but I did it anyway. I reached for his hands and held them between us. His eyes widened at the contact. All it took was a day with you, and truthfully, I think you're the most amazing person I've ever met. Truth. He made a choked noise. Uh, I, I, I'm, I'm just some old nobody compared to you. A premarital handling. Listen, this is important. It's only I'm making a small exception just for him. Just right now. How obscene. Scandalous. I'm just some old nobody compared to you. That's not. Shut up and listen. He promptly shut his mouth with an audible click of his teeth. From where I stand, you saved my life. You've taken care of me better than I could ever ask for a stranger. That already proves to me you're not the monster you think you are. You're charming. You're smart. You're sweet. You're a million more wonderful things, but you are not a monster. I take a second to compose myself, lowering my voice. You may look different, Mychael, but guess what? His multiple eyes stared into mine, ears flattening as if fearing the worst. That makes you all the more beautiful to me. Oh, guys. Perks of knowing voice acting. That was a loud shut up. Sorry. Was that too loud? Let's see. Smite yourself. Wait, wait. Smite yourself. His breath hitched. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Yes. I could feel his hand squeezing mine, fingers trembling. It was like he forgot how to breathe. Oh, that's why he's turning blue. No, no. Mychael, breathe. 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 I realized my hands were getting sweaty. I pulled away hastily, scratching at my neck and avoiding his gaze. I could feel the blood rush to my face. I could dunk my whole head in the river, and it'd probably let off steam. Sorry, that came out of nowhere. It just didn't feel right if I didn't say anything. I hope you understand. Oh no, I might have to give him CPR. An awkward silence passed between the two of us. Um, uh, anyways, I caught him mumbling under his breath. I can't let you leave. What? I said you can't leave. I mean, not without your cat, right? I frowned. I've already tried, Mychael. Like you said, it was stupid for me to just wander off in the woods as if I'd find her through sheer dumb luck. He paused, his fists clenching. But I haven't. Huh? I haven't tried. I know these woods better than anyone. I can try looking for her. But that means you can't leave yet. Gets better by the threat. Mychael, I appreciate the offer, but I don't think I should stick around any longer. I have a job and responsibilities and you hissed in pain, a sudden migraine overcoming your senses. You felt sick, your stomach wringing itself into knots. It felt like the world was warping around you as your legs wobbled. Your body buckled over as you resisted the urge to vomit. Yeah. Mychael caught you as you slumped gracelessly to the ground, your head resting on his shoulder as he cradled you close. Hey, you don't look so good. Your vision doubled as he spoke, his speech oozing together words into an indecipherable mess. Are you okay? You need me to carry you home? Uh, hmm. Choices, choices. Decisions, decisions. Hmm. Yes, please. The most shaky. Yes. All caps. Yes, please. Okay. No problem. Just, just hang in there. Hang on to me. Mm, mm. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You don't deserve this. If I could just one more day with you, I'd be the happiest man alive. Here we are. Let's get you tucked in. Um, I should give you some clothes. Michael's a naughty boy, I think. Methinks, especially since you'll be staying another night. Mm, You're okay with that, aren't you? Oh, that's all from day 2 of Mushroom Oasis, the demo. More updates coming in the future. Tell me what you think of the game. Any support, such feedback is highly appreciated. No, I don't think I'm naked. I think he just meant like I need a new set of clothing to change into later. Because, I've probably been wearing the same set of clothing for like 2 days, something like that. Thank you for playing. All right. You stinky. Well, good thing he's got a shower, so